Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the world's most watched professional wrestling news program. Welcome back. Those of you viewing in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and Nome, Alaska, and Topeka, Kansas. We're number one in Topeka, we know, in our time slot.
That's what I heard.
This is the Pro Wrestling
Topeka.
Report. Again, the world's most watched professional wrestling news program. And I am Damian Nelson. This is the man they call me Dad. And this
You got
is
it right after all week.
PWR Daily.
Good job.
This is PWR Daily for Monday, 11/13. No case of the Mondays for me.
You know what's coming out tomorrow? And I don't know if we're going to talk about it. I can't wait. But we are one day away, folks, from SmackDown versus Raw.
2007. It's a bit of an institution now.
Don't just play it.
It's time for your emails on this Monday edition of PWR Daily.
I know we don't play the song anymore, but I'm still singing it in my head. Emails.
Ben Thomas from South Wales in the United Kingdom sends this in. Yes! He's from across the pond. That is true.
Yeah.
Everyone does. It's okay. That's why I put him out there.
Oh, boy.
It's almost like I'm a syndicator.
Oh, boy. And go.
Do you guys think Matt Hardy will ever get a decent push? He always
out
seems
the
to
dork
get...
for eating too much food.
He always seems... Matt Hardy.
Whatever.
Ass. He always seems to get one of the biggest pops of the night at SmackDown tapings, yet WWE wastes his talents on getting squashed by whoever WWE's latest monster heel project or Velocity when it existed. It's from Ben Thomas in the United Kingdom.
Matt Hardy is...
Oh, yeah!
Got a great entrance song done by Monster Magnet. You know what's missing for Matt Hardy? What might get him back to where he needs to be?
What's that, meathead?
Matt Facts.
That is true. I don't know why it changed. He is still version 2.0, right?
Yeah, but version 2.0 sucks. You need to go back to the original 1.0.
No, it'd be 2.1 and 2.2, and so on.
You need to do a restore.
I think Matt Hardy, and keep in mind, folks, at the Survivor Series for the first time since 2002, that's in 4 years, the Extreme Team, Team Extreme.
That is not Team Extreme.
It is Team Extreme because nobody needed that little tramp.
She was the third member of Team Extreme. That is not Team Extreme. That is the Hardy Boys tag team is what it is.
We'll be reuniting at the Survivor Series for the first time since 2002. Matt and Jeff back together. It's going to be a good moment.
Yeah, great. What, are they going to have a cage match afterwards, too? It's going to suck.
Matt Hardy will not get a decent push. Matt Hardy may be one of those people who is best suited for a different organization.
Yep. See ya.
Thank you very much,
Or you could get demoted to
Thomas.
ECW like everybody else does.
Next email is from Lee Kennedy in Derry, Northern Ireland.
What's his name?
Lee
Kennedy!
Now you wait.
Kennedy!
That had no oomph. That had no charisma. That had no
Because his name
enthusiasm.
is Lee. I mean, if it was Mr., that'd be a different story.
I was wondering, this is a question for you, Meathead. I was wondering which Sting you think was the best. Do you think the colorful Sting of the late 80s and early 90s?
No.
The dark Sting who lurked in the rafters of WCW arenas? He actually just sat in a few of the empty seats up top.
Ah!
The red and black Sting of the Wolfpack?
I hated that Sting.
Or the Sting of today? Which is better?
The Sting of today is... the Sting I liked was Crow Sting that rappelled down. That was my Sting.
With the styrofoam baseball bat?
The one that didn't talk very much. The one that just came in, whooped a little tail, and left.
I like to kick that ass! Highway.
Sure.
Thank you very much. I had emails from Lee Kennedy from across the pond in Northern Ireland.
I feel like I'm at a SmackDown taping again.
Let's go to the West Coast, Mountain View, California.
Oh.
Alex Pelfrey sent in an email with a very perplexing question. It is, if TNA had a choice of taking any 5 wrestlers from WWE, who would it be?
Who would they take? They could take a guy such as Edge. They could take a guy such as Cena, who will sell merchandise, be able to put his face on the cover of a video game, of a, whatever they're trying to pimp out there. They could also take, and I'm just shooting right now, an Umaga.
Umaga!
Only to feud with Samoa Joe and then get lost in the middle and then fight with Abyss for a year. That's 3. Let's see. 4, they would probably go and get a Spanky.
Really?
Brian Kendrick. Let him be in the X division. Okay? And a 5, they would go and get Lita, because they would try to build a women's division.
Rumors are abound that Lita may be TNA bound.
Thank you. Too bad if it wasn't done 6 months ago, she could have been bound for glory.
Oh. Do you think they let her... I still wonder. She needs some kind of award for how she keeps the little bit of clothes she does wear on.
Oh, those are booby tapes.
I think she's taping it to more than that. But, just saying.
You ever seen the face I make with my...
No. The 5 that I think would be the 5 that TNA should grab if they had the opportunity, if there were a draft per se from WWE, would be not as obvious as the choices that Meathead said. Yeah. Yes, Alex, very good choices. Number 1, I'd say take a Randy Orton, a man who can build and have an organization built around him and carry it for many, many years to come. Number 2, you take a JBL, a John Bradshaw Layfield, who is a leader in the sport and a man who can replace Don West. At the very least, on
JBL,
commentary.
Not a great commentator.
He is a commentary god.
But compared to Don West, he would be a commentary god.
But JBL in general, old school wrestling fan. He's a wrestler and he is committed to the sport of wrestling. And I would venture to say not the biggest fan of the sports entertainment crap.
I can't believe you just said the sport of wrestling.
It's a sport.
It's an argument from long ago, folks.
It's a sport.
And we're not going to bring it up here today.
Because it's a sport.
Continue. Next.
I say you take a man who seems unmotivated as of late, but the other person to replace the broadcast team is Michael Cole. Now, you might think those are silly choices or silly things to focus on, but remember, when you watch television programming from these organizations, who is with you from the moment it starts to the moment it ends? Whose job is it to sell you everything you're seeing?
To shine up your product.
Exactly. It's those commentators. It's almost as important as the third man in the ring, the referee. Their jobs are critical, and the hardest working people, quite frankly, in that show are those 3 people.
Yeah, I'll give it the play-by-play. Because the color commentator, the analyst, he can throw in what he has to do. But the play-by-play guy is the pivotal person in a TV broadcast. Now, in the wrestling show, if you're just going to say a house show, the most pivotal person is actually the referee because he's the one controlling the flow of the match. He's the one that tells you you're in, you're out, time, whatever. He controls the flow of the match.
I'd say the next person they take would be from the Spirit Squad. And his name is Kenny!
Let's flip the question. WWE,
yes.
If they were to grab 5
can I go through my 5th here? Boy?
That was your 5th.
No, that's 4.
I apologize.
The next is Mickey James, who has a ton of potential. Just an amazing
ton of roast
potential.
beef under there, too.
That's Kenny's roast beef.
Oh.
They're engaged, you know.
Oh, my God. Put a little gravy on that? Mmm. You can't believe I went there, did you?
I wasn't listening to you. I tuned you out, which I do for
80%
of the show.
I know you folks heard that.
Alex's second part of his question, which you were fixing to allude to, Meathead.
Oh, really?
And if WWE had a choice of taking any 5 wrestlers from TNA, who would it be?
If WWE had a choice, like if 5 guys were to go, and we already know one's going to happen, it's an obvious one, Monty Brown. WWE is looking to grab him.
He doesn't count.
Is looking to grab him.
Not in TNA right now.
That we're aware of. Remember, we don't work for TNA. Number 1, Monty Brown. Number 2, Lance Hoyt.
Really?
Big guy. Vince loves the big wrestler. Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
Number 3, somebody to feud with Kane finally. Get Abyss.
He is a monster.
Okay. And with him, not counting as the 5, comes James Mitchell. You need James Mitchell with Abyss. Number 4, Samoa Joe.
Mm-hmm.
Very easy. And number 5, I think the mistake they made, they would try to fix and bring back Christian. There's 5.
I agree with Meathead on 3 of those 5, but I have 2 to throw in. The 3 I agree with is Christian. Got to get him back. Abyss. You need the big people is what WWE tends to like and tends to like to push, and Samoa Joe for obvious reasons. The 2 I would add would be a man who was very close to going to WWE but declined the option, AJ Styles, and Kurt Angle returning to WWE.
I'd let you have AJ Styles, and I knew you were going to take that one, but I didn't think they'd need Kurt Angle back.
Well, if you're WWE, you don't need any of those people.
Right.
In their own mind.
In their own mind.
That was PWR Daily for Monday, November 13th.
Great question, by the way.
Very good. Thank you, Alex from California. And actually, Los Angeles, our second biggest market in the United States.
Hollywood, here I come.
That's PWR Daily for Monday, November 13th. Thank you for tuning in on television in Milwaukee, Nome, and Topeka. And be sure to
LA.
tune in tomorrow as we bring you Fantasy Match of the Week. Damian Nelson signing off for me. See you next time.